Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to make a TempPad portal from the Loki show. So the first thing I went ahead and did is made a ton of three-dimensional flat layers in 3D space. They're all parented to each other in such a way that the whole thing works out. Now you don't have to do this because I will be providing the After Effects template in the description of the video, and you can just use that. You'll require the Saber plugin from Video Copilot to run this template, which is available for free from Video Copilot, which I'll also link in the description. There's a camera in here. You can use the default camera to move around your scene and see that this is, in fact, a three-dimensional box here. And that just got a little crazy, so we'll try and bring that back to how we want it. But anyway, once we've found our portal, which is like way over there, we can kind of position it into the screen how we want. See, right now I'm just using the red outlines because it hasn't rendered and it's outside of the viewport. So you can kind of maneuver it around with your camera moving tools and then orient it somewhere in the middle. And if we go over to this final video composition, we can see that I have a keyed out video of myself right there, which we're going to use to test this and try and make an interesting effect of me going through the portal. I've reused this video numerous times, you'll probably notice, but I just had it on hand, so I went ahead and used it. So in the portal composition, we can set our portal up. Kind of want it zoomed a little bit further in. I don't know why it's doing that. But we want to make the portal large and fairly centered in the composition. I'm going to turn my quality down to quarter so we can render this a little bit faster and just zoom in, move up, and then just keep on doing that. I guess it's scaling backwards. Here we go. So we'll just move this over into the center. We can check how that looks over in our final video composition, and it looks okay. Maybe we can go up a little and back a little bit. So let's just make it take up the whole. Yeah, alright. So we also have a pre-keyframed opening transition. So basically it just starts all squished, and then at around 2.5 seconds it just pops open. You can adjust the keyframes. I believe they're all parented to front orange, so you can just take your keyframes, change the timing. Real handy. So now that we have this lined up in here, we can turn these off for now and start making a little bit of a transition. Now we're going to note that the portal will start to open right about here. So we're going to sort of cut this off to like just before there so that we can fade it in. But we're going to duplicate this and scale it up just a tad, drop this one under, and then mess with color correction in effects. So we're going to go color correction tint, and then we're going to make me yellow and a bit orange. So do that, and then a blur and sharpen, or sorry, Gaussian blur. Increase the blurriness up, and then we'll do a little bit more color correction with a curves. So we'll bring the brightness up, add some significant amount of red to start making this look a little more orange. We can also mess with these colors a little bit to bring me into a more orange realm. there. And that looks pretty good. We can also mess with the scale of these things to determine how large our outline should be. So we've kind of got a little bit of an outline there, as you can see. I think that looks pretty good. We can actually add a stylized glow in to just make that pop a little bit more. We'll use the A and B colors and a bit of a orange and a also orange. That looks pretty good. Ooh, yeah, we can get like a hot spot there. Now that looks okay. We'll turn down the opacity a little bit and then start playing with the transition. Now obviously I'm not going to show up till the portal opens and I sort of appear. And this isn't a great clip for it because I don't walk forward, but it'll kind of give you an idea. So we're going to start by taking the layer that is not the outline layer, starting right here and setting a keyframe for 0 opacity. And then this one, the bottom layer here, which is the outline, we're going to set a keyframe a little bit earlier for 0. And then when we get to here, you'll kind of see that set this one a little bit higher. So my outline will fade in first with the yellow silhouette, and then this will come through, and that looks pretty neat. However, I am behind the portal, so we have to find some way, and then we can perhaps move these behind the layer. Alright, so now that looks a little bit better, but the yellow is way too bright, so I think we want the opacity here way down, and then I fade in, and then we want the opacity of the yellow to fade out somewhere over here. So now we've kind of got a emerging from the portal. Now this would look a lot better if you like actually walked forward in the clip, but I think it looks alright. Then we want the portal to shrink back down about maybe here. So what we can do is go back into our portal composition, go to front orange, hit U to reveal keyframes, and then it showed that our little time thingamajig was right there. So we'll set a keyframe for scale 100, keyframe the way it is right now, go forward a little bit, set it down, and change the width, the height. So that only changed the orange, so I believe we are a little bit off. I think it may be the front. So we want to set a keyframe for scale of the front right there, go forward, and scale it down to about that much, which is 4. It appears that we also need to do this with the front orange layer, so we can scale down to 4 right there. Now those aren't synced up because I didn't sync it up, so we're gonna adjust the keyframes a little bit so that they match. And there you have it. It shrinks right on down. So when it gets to about there, we'll just have it all these layers cut out, and we'll have them cut in at the beginning of the portal opening, which is around 2.5 seconds, as I noted earlier. So, boom. I come out through the portal, and then somewhere around here, the portal shrinks right back down, and I have been transported. So that's how you create the Loki portal effect with my After Effects template. I'm really happy with this, and I think it's really cool that you can motion track it, and I can create a tutorial on that if you guys would like. Let me know in the comments, give this video some likes, and subscribe if you enjoyed it or found it useful, and I will see you in the next one.